Hi, this is Al's Toy Shed. I'm Al, and just before we get into this awesome piece today, guys, if you could just hit that like and hit that sub, that takes a second of your day, and I'll be eternally grateful to you. The Emperor protects my brothers. I have a very special piece for you today. This is the Semic Ultra Marine Primaris bust by Semic. And this is an awesome piece, guys. He stands 6 inches at his tallest part, which is here on his power pack, and then at his widest part at his shoulders, he's 7 inches. So he's quite a big piece. This is a resin bust. He's not limited edition or anything, but it's a very nice piece. I'll just quickly show you the box first. So this is the box he comes in. See, Ultra Marine Primaris bust by Semic, and you just get a sort of shot of the front, and then on top it's got the Aquila, the Ultra Marines U, and then on the side same sort of thing, a bit more of a different shot. Get there, and then on the back you've got a bit of a write up there. If you want to pause and read that, it's in French at the top because this is a French company. And then there's the rest there, and then there's copyright, all that. Another cool picture there. And then there's sort of, on the side there's a bit more of a back shot. And then on the bottom, you've got this Semic, official licensed Warhammer product, made in China, yada yada, ages 14 plus. Okay, so let's get into this guy, because he's just so cool. First of all, as you can see how detailed it is. This is a hand-painted piece, which I did kind of find out. There was. Don't let you put this off getting this, guys, especially if you're a Warhammer 40K fan. There was some where I had to touch up, like on the actual skull there, on the front of his helmet. I had to touch that up with a bit of I had some old gold paint. It's called old gold. And also on the actual wings here, and on the top of the skull there of his Angel of Death emblem, I had to touch up a bit. And on the front muzzle, the muzzle brake, and the gas block, stop, which is that bit there, and the bayonet lug, I had to paint those with gunmetal grey because they were all sort of block black colour on his bolt rifle there. I had to do that, but apart from that, it's pretty much really well painted. I really like the fact that they sort of did the effect on his eyes, on his helmet, like they're glowing red. I think that's really cool. And then if you look round, you can see the detail there of his helmet. So cool. This has no more moving parts, obviously, because it's a resin bust. And you get around, you've got his shoulder, his actual Primaris, the Primaris arrow, the upwards facing pointing arrow. You got down there, you got his arm. You can see some detail there on his armour. You can see that in there, guys. And there's the back of his bolt rifle, and it's got sort of on the back of the scope, it's got sort of a fluorescent type blue, which is cool. You got the detail there, the shoulder pads. We go round, and then the back of his power pack. Something just fell over. Hey, there you go, raw and uncut videos on my channel, guys. So you might get stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, you can see on the back of his backpack there, we've got the exhaust ports for the generator unit. They're all, as you can see, dry brushed, worn sort of gunmetal grey. You can see there the back of the power pack to the base, and he's got those painted bolts and everything, and then there's the top there. It's all got highlighted black with some wear, dry brushing they've put on, some weird parts and dark parts which worn from battle, obviously, fighting the greenskins, the Tyranids, the Eldar, whatever. And obviously the forces of chaos. Heresy must be stamped out in the universe, my brothers. and you've got some, as you can see, you've got some shading as well going on. So it's not like a block blue perfect. It's got a lot of really cool shading on it. And then obviously got the obviously, like I said earlier, the Ultra Marine U there, painted in a very nice bold white. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Oh, it's just a fur from my cat. Yeah, you can see again. There's the sort of detail under there again with the armour. You can see the armour under there. That same sort of detail there. And then we come down to bolt rifle. There's the left hand side of the bolt rifle with the Aquila there. Very, very nicely detailed, really nice sculpt. No issues with the sculpt at all. Just like I said, some very minor paint issues because this is a hand painted piece. It's not painted by a machine or digitally or anything. This is hand painted, so you can kind of expect some slight sloppy, well, not sloppy, but mishaps in paint. It just happens with a hand painted piece. There's the front of the bolt rifle there, down the muzzle. And again, I did have to paint the muzzle brake, the gas block. I'm not sure if it's a glass block stop or what it's called, and the bayonet lug. I had to paint that with the gunmetal grey because that was plain block black. There's no real sort of highlighting or anything on that. And you've got some nice dry brushing there on the other side of the bolt rifle, and there's your Aquila, and there's all these really cool hands. They're all gloved up. Those power armour and those fingers that could literally, he could crush a man's skull with his little finger, you know. And you can see all that cool dry brushing going on. And you've got the ejection port highlighted, and then the actual attachment that attaches the scope to the bolt rifle. Oh, I forgot to say the front of the scope has a red lens on it. And then there's a clip, and then the actual bottom of the base, you've got the Aquila on the front, and then it's sort of it's got all these sort of little feet on it, and they're all sort of dry brushed with gunmetal grey highlighted, as you can see, all the way around, yeah. Yeah, and then if you can see, he does have a belt as well going on. If you can see that, you saw that with like extra little pouches on it. And then there's the belt buckle, if you can see that. And then if we get a bit more closer, you can see he's got the skull on the Angel of Death, his emblem on the front. You can see the skull there. Again, I did have to touch up on the top slightly. On the top of the skull there was a bit of blue showing. And a bit on the wings, on that, especially on that wing there was some blue showing. And I just had to go with again, the paint I used is called Old Gold acrylic paint. That's what I used. So if you have the same issue, and the same with that, so I said earlier, the same with that skull at the front there, the teeth bit sort of there, had a bit of blue showing, so just very, very like a tiny little touch of paint I had to do. Yeah, and then of course you've got this sort of venting detail. I'm not sure what it is. These sort of gaps it has there, and on this side as well, on the shoulder armour, sort of a weight, I assume it's some sort of weight saving, or there may be maybe you can tell me in the comments, because I know quite a bit about Warhammer, but I don't know everything, so I don't know if there's some sort of extra protection, or the gaps there have some sort of reasoning, either to reduce weight or more protection. There's not much more I can say about it again, because again, it's not like a figure. There's no sort of articulation or anything, or any other accessories I can show you. It's just a really cool piece, and it's something I think you guys, especially if you're a Warhammer 40K fan, if you like the universe, it's something you definitely have to pick up. It's a really cool piece. I got it all shipped way under £70, and for something like this, it's really, especially when it's made of resin, which is an expensive material, it's really, really good. I think the company I got it off there, I think they're at stock now, which I got from Panzer Commander, but I think Zavi are going to be getting them in, but they're 70 quid on Zavi, including postage, which I think that's only £2 postage on Zavi, but I don't know, this is quite a heavy piece, it might be more, you have to check it out. But anyway, Yeah, definitely pick up, guys. It's a piece definitely, but don't be put off if you do, because it's very, very minor paint touches I had to do, very minor. And even if you have basic paint skills, it's something you could easily do just to touch it up. I mean, you might get a perfect one, you guys, but I'd say I'd had a few little, and obviously the muzzle brake and that you wouldn't have to do that. If you want to leave it block black, that would be up to you. But I just wanted to highlight it to make it look more just better, in my personal opinion. So glory to the God Emperor, my brothers. Hit that like, hit that sub, and you'll have eternal glory from the Emperor. And only in death does duty end. So I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks.